Good afternoon, everybody. I am so happy to be back here on the podcast. My name is Grayson Wood, and I'm joined by the best guest, assistant director of all time. Who are you?
Chris Cola, I guess is the best way to say it, right?
Chris Cola. Yeah. Nice to have you on the podcast.
Yeah, it's weird saying assistant director, isn't it?
Yeah,
After
no.
a year and a half.
What was your position before?
I was a graduate assistant.
That's right, GA. And now assistant director, he's the day-to-day, if I have a problem, I go to him. He's sort of taken over Lauren's more hands-on approach and sort of been delegated those duties. So we got him on the podcast. It's going to be a nice episode. We got some interview. We got some esports news, as I saw in the announcement. And then we're going to be doing a little something fun towards the end. So stay tuned. We got a banger episode coming up. This is the Back to Business experience. And with that being said, let's get right into the business. How are you feeling today?
Feeling pretty good. It's warm out. It's really warm out for January.
Yeah, I know. I think the forecasters were saying it was going to get like 70 today or something. I'm wearing a hoodie, so not, the craziest of plays, but it felt good. I was driving with the window down, blasting the music.
Nice.
It was nice.
Felt like a good spring day,
Yep.
but I'm kind of worried about that. What is spring going to be like then? Is it going to be summer?
I'm just thinking this is like a one-off, and like we're going to get hit with a torrential snow in like a week. Maybe I'm just on copium right now, but I love snow.
I would like to be on copium too.
It's really easy being a Counter-Strike fan. What's your favorite season? And then we'll actually start the interview. I just want to know.
I got to go with fall.
Yeah,
the holidays
that's
are just too good. The weather's great. I mean, we're right by Shenandoah, so all like the leaves change colors.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful.
Okay. I'm a winter enjoyer personally, but at least do we have like a mutual hatred for summer?
Oh, I hate summer.
All right.
Summer
all right.
is the worst month or worst season.
Yeah, I have to agree. It's like if there's a tier list, winter, fall, spring, summer.
I don't disagree.
All right, glad we're on the same page. Let's get right rolling into it. So, Chris, you are the assistant director here at GMU Esports, a long and tenured, experience. Well, not experience, but time in esports. You've been around the scene for some time. Let's dig a little bit into that. All right. So, what got you started into esports? And on a secondary question, I guess, like, what's your origin story? Like,
Yeah. I mean, it goes back all the way to high school. I played traditional sports, and then I started playing Rocket League. When I was playing Rocket League, I was just playing with friends for fun. Went to college, was pre-AT, athletic training.
Okay.
When I went to pre-AT, you have to take those first-year seminar classes that mean nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like the stupid class. So my last choice was gaming. They threw me into the gaming class. I met Dr. G, or Joey G. And basically Joey was like, hey, why do we not have an esports program? And I talked to him more and more. And then throughout there, we made an esports program. And then the president, the president of the university is like, why is there not a major? Like, this is crazy. Like, there's so many people in it. There's so much money in it. Why is it not a major? So I became the first major out. I played Counter-Strike in college. I don't know if you knew that.
No, I had no clue.
I played League of Legends, and I played Rocket League.
So just to confirm, this is at Shenandoah, correct?
This is at Shenandoah.
So you getting with Joey during the seminar was sort of like the impetus for Shenandoah's esports program to get off the ground?
Yes, it was.
Now, what do you mean when you say major? Is that like a game that like they compete in, or is that like an event? Like, because for Counter-Strike, that's like, the major, right?
Yeah.
But what does major mean in context for you?
Yeah, so like an esports management major, so like an academic major.
Okay.
Yeah,
I see.
so
They offered that at Shenandoah?
yeah, they do. I was actually
Damn.
the first graduate out, which was super
Yeah.
cool, with the esports management major, and I went over to Kansas. In Kansas, I ran a program.
Okay.
I had a really good Call of Duty team. We won NACE for the first year.
Damn, I had no
we
clue.
were running it. We had full ride scholarships. That kind of helps, though, right?
Gotcha, yeah.
Runs the drill. And then I came back here from some family issues, and I was a GA for a little bit, and now I'm here.
So how long were you a GA for here at GMU?
A year and a half.
Year and a half? Okay.
Year and a half, yep.
Well, we've obviously been blessed by your presence, not to glaze you too hard or anything, but you're one of the best people in our program right now. So you touched on your career in esports so far. What are the next steps? So say you're obviously not going to be a GMU Esports for the rest of your life. I mean, I'd hope not, right? But say you're done with the AD, you're looking for a bigger challenge, a bigger fish to catch, right? What's the plan? What's the next 5 to 10 years like looking for you?
The next 5 to 10 is really tough, but my goal at the end of the day is to run an esports bar. I think it would be the coolest thing ever. I I really like the bar atmosphere, and I
Yeah.
think there's a sense of belonging that's missing with a lot of gamers. And I
Okay.
think creating a bar that's like welcoming to everyone would be super cool.
That
And
that
then have a competitive team that runs out of there would be
yeah.
sick.
That actually sounds awesome. And maybe like a LAN cafe on the side or something.
Yeah, it would be
Damn.
really cool.
That actually sounds awesome. Well, if that gets off the ground, let me know. I'd love to be involved. All right.
100%.
So man, I had no clue.
Grayson the bartender.
I would love to. I would love to bartend, bro. I'm a demon with a shaker. Watch this. See, it's all about the smile, right?
All right.
Yeah, we're having a good episode so far. Tell me. So you touched on you played COD, you played Counter Strike. Counter Strike Go.
Yeah.
Okay.
CS:GO.
Yeah. Rip in peace, right?
The good old days.
Take me back. Let's talk about your competitive experience. So, how long were you playing COD for? How did you get started for playing? Like, obviously, you said that you won COD, but like, let's go over your competitive as a player experience. All right.
So,
What's that timeline looking
as
like?
myself, I can walk through my competitive stages. I think my first ever game that got me into gaming in general was Battlefront 2. I used to play with my dad a crap load. That was the best bonding experience I had with my dad on the PS2. Then I moved over to Black Ops 2 and Minecraft. Black Ops 2, I would be the kid in the basement who sat on the PS3 for 7 hours.
Oh,
The deal.
Yeah, one of those guys.
Then played a little bit of Minecraft here and there. Then I moved over when I went to high school. Rocket League was my game, and a little bit of League of Legends.
Okay.
I hated my life playing League, but it is what it is. You did it for the fun.
Every lead player who I talk to say, "Damn, I hate this game. I'm still gonna play it though."
Yep.
So I guess
It's part of the grind.
Yeah. What got you into Rocket League?
I don't know. I played soccer in high school.
Oh, okay,
so
okay.
I think it was just kind of
Like the association,
Yeah.
sort of. Okay, I see
Super
what
easy.
you're saying.
And then I moved over to college. And the first team I was on was Rocket League.
Mm-hmm.
And then I played a little bit of Overwatch. I wasn't great at it. I didn't compete in it. League of Legends, our team sucked, so I jumped into it.
Perfect.
I was like diamond, not too great at the game, but not the worst in the world at the game.
Yeah.
We actually went to Hugh Fest with our
Okay.
League of Legends team. That was kind of cool. We didn't win a single game.
You always need a humbling experience.
Yeah,
like that,
we
right?
got humbled to hell and
Yep.
back, to be very honest. And then CS:GO was kind of my last endeavor. We were trying to do a pickup team. I had a couple friends. We had a good time.
Yep.
We weren't bad.
You guys compete in NACE or another?
We
okay.
competed in NACE and we
Okay.
came top 16. So like we
Dang.
weren't. That's when CS:GO was actually on the rise.
Yeah.
Compared to, I love CS right now, but
No,
it's-
it's fallen off.
it's
a little
fallen
bit.
off a
Yeah.
little bit, unfortunately. It's coming back recently, but before that it was.
Yeah, like in the late 2010s, like maybe like right before the pandemic. Like, sure, GMU had a good when I was on the team back
Mhm.
then. Like we had a good team, but like we went 10-2 in the regular season. We got smoked in playoffs, right? Like in my opinion, it was more competitive back then, and it had more, just more teams in it. Like now, it's like we got 20 teams, 25 teams in varsity premier.
It's growing slowly.
Yeah, it
'Cause
definitely
last
took
year
a
was
hit.
tough.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean CS when I played had like 100+ teams.
Wow. I couldn't
Yeah.
even imagine that.
Now it's gone down a little bit, but I think it's gonna grow again.
If Valve actually give a shit about the game, but that's a conversation
That's a whole
for another
other
day.
conversation.
We'll
Yeah.
save that.
But yeah,
So let's talk a little bit about your position. So obviously, assistant lead directing, Lauren, new this semester, I believe. So obviously, you beat out some other applicants. The best fit for the job. Well deserved,
Thank
might
you,
I
thank
add. So what do you do on the day to day? What encompasses your job? I guess
yeah.
without giving away any crazy details.
I think I work on the overall picture. I don't
Yeah.
work on the big picture like Lauren does, but I work on the overall picture of how the program should be ran. So the day-to-day aspects
Yeah.
and how we should manage and run our program. Like every program's run differently. Some people are in athletics, some people are in student involvement, some people are in, XYZ, right?
Yeah.
But, student involvement when we're in, there's a different feel than like the recruiting colleges and the colleges that just want to compete, right?
Yeah.
We kind of have a different feel of like we need to have a good community
Mhm.
and we need to have a good competitive team. So finding that right balance is kind of where I come in from the day-to-day aspect. And we have a leadership team that's full of students, and the goal for them is to grow as leaders, right?
Yeah.
So it's like a different aspect than I think a lot of competitive teams are. Like if you look at the Maryvilles, Northwoods,
Yeah,
their
they're
goal
just
is to win.
Yeah, they're just throwing money at players.
Yeah.
To get to go to their school. Yeah.
And rather we kind of help students find like this is the place they want to be, right? We
Mhm.
offer some scholarships, right? And we're trying to maintain that. But yeah, my goal is to maintain partnerships, work on the day by day, and then make sure everything runs smoothly.
Well, you do a great job at it. I mean,
Thank you.
it sounds like, obviously a bit of an overview, but you have your own office, so that means that I'm
I do.
assuming some important business happens.
Once
Yeah,
in a while,
yeah.
I'm sitting in meetings about 4 hours a day.
I was about to say,
Yeah.
sounds like the type of job where you're just talking to people.
Yes, it is.
I mean, can't say I'm terribly envious, but I mean, hey, you run the program. I'm not gonna complain. You do a great job. What Let's talk a little bit about like some obstacles in your career. All right, so like some bigger challenges that you've had to overcome, like any sort of shit hits the fan kind of situations that you've had to navigate through, and like how you work through those,
I
because
mean,
it makes you grow as a person, right? And
yeah,
as I'll stop cutting you off, but yeah,
yeah, I think learning from your mistakes is like one of the biggest things ever, right? You
yeah,
know, like if you don't make mistakes, I don't think you're the best fit for the job because I think you'll learn from everything you do.
hmm
So a big thing for me is like I think a really tough thing of working in collegiate esports is player eligibility. I think we've all dealt with it.
yeah,
It gets iffy at time, right? Iffy at time. Jeez,
yeah,
I cannot talk today.
it happens.
So yeah, it's just it switches semester to semester. Someone could be great this semester, and then next semester you had no clue and they fell down the hole. So working on the academic side and the competitive side kind of gave me a huge challenge.
Yeah,
But we've been working through maybe creating study halls and helping students with like their time management stuff like that. But yeah, I think that's one of the biggest challenge I ran into. And then of course money in esports.
yep,
We always want, we're given like this small little piece, right?
hmm
And then we expect 2 pieces and then 3 pieces, 4 pieces, 5 pieces. So managing the resources we have in the best way possible.
Okay. Yeah, I can imagine that is quite the challenge, especially because we are, like you mentioned earlier, we are more community focused. We don't have, $1 million endowment scholarships or whatever to just, oh, wait, this guy's really good. Let's, full ride him. Oh, this guy's really good. Let's full ride him. Oh, we can fly out to every single land in existence. And the lights just shut off. So a little bit of a dark mode episode today, guys.
Yeah.
Power did not go out. It's just, our lights are blocked and we're back in the.
Oh,
Are you trolling us? You're
we were
trolling us
back.
so hard right now.
That is Derek in the background
We're
if
gonna-
anyone wants to know.
We're gonna have to fix that at some point.
Yes, we will.
Man, I completely lost my
I
train.
forgot
Oh,
where we were.
yeah, no, we were challenges. So yeah, it's the eternal struggle. Players not being able to really keep their shit together in terms of grades, and one of my players. I'm not gonna name drop him, but like, it's like, hey man, I got homework to do, and I'm like, okay, I won't play with you. What is he doing at 10 p.m.? He's pugging for 4 hours straight. It's like, I get it. You do what you want to do. My mom always taught me this. Wait, no, what was it? Man, she really instilled a good lesson in
I
me,
know,
right?
yeah.
Do what you have to do before you do what you want to do. And esports players should always take that advice. But yeah, resources and players, the two like eternal struggles that you face. What's like the single big challenge that's like, oh, we don't have money for X, Y, and Z. How are we going to overcome it? And like, how did you overcome it? Right? Something that doesn't have to be money, but like an example of just one like that sticks out in your mind.
I mean, let's just think about GameMason coming up, right?
Yeah.
we have 34 teams coming, right?
Yeah.
And we might talk about this a little bit later, so I'll do a pretty broad thing, but the time management that was really tough, managing everyone's schedule because it's on a Thursday, Friday, and Saturday now.
Yeah.
So managing the time conflict of everyone going to class, how can we staff it, stuff like that. So that's just like a overall broad of the staffing of our team, Like it's super tough. We're here almost every night from 5 to 10 p.m.
Yep.
One of us at least. And that's super tough because that takes away from a lot of people's like daily life. And how do they balance like a full-time job too, Some of our people like yourself have
Yeah.
a full-time job. And how do they balance school, a full-time job, and being on the esports team? Because it's a lot.
Yeah, it is. Your plate's only so big, but you have so much to balance on it. Like for me personally, it's not the end of the world because like my job is pretty lenient. I can just say, hey, I'm taking the day off, and they're like, all right, whatever.
Mhm.
Other people obviously don't have that kind of
Yep.
luxury. Other people are taking more credits than me, but like, if even with my relatively lenient schedule, it's like, damn, it's a lot of time commitment to like make it work, right? And I mean, even though I would imagine that we sort of have it figured out by now, but it's more like a recurring challenge every year, right? Because everybody's schedule is different every year, and it's
Yep.
just, hands come and go for who can help and whatnot, but
Finding a meeting time.
finding a meeting time.
It's a struggle every single semester. We have like 1 hour.
Yep. It's
It's
I wasn't involved last GameMason, but I can't imagine it was very easy.
yeah. It's
Especially
not fun.
especially with every, it took us like a week to figure out when we can have our
Leadership
our
meeting.
leadership
It takes
meeting.
forever too,
Yep.
So yeah. No, overall, I think there's a lot of challenges that are thrown our way, and I think problem solving is like one of my strengths.
Yeah.
And so when stuff gets thrown my way, I think I'm pretty good at solving them.
Well, I mean, obviously you got the job for a reason. You're one of the best equipped to, handle all the challenges. I mean, we're in good hands here at GMU Esports. But let's talk a little bit about the future.
Ooh.
All right. We won't do, obviously.
Those are some big questions.
I only got one written down, but maybe we can improvise a little bit, all right? So, I wrote this down. I'm going to go word for word, bar for bar off my laptop. GMU Esports is your home. But what's something you hope to see us improve on in the future? I know, putting you on the spot, putting you on blast. Doesn't have to be just one thing.
The thing we need the most, you think?
I'd say what would benefit the program realistically. Obviously, $50 million would be amazing.
Of course, money is the easy answer.
But something a bit more like, obviously we're going to be expanding into the building in fall 20. Wait, am I allowed to drop that? I can't say that. TBD. But if there's one improvement that you could see happening to GMU Esports, what would it be? Maybe more leadership, maybe just more engagement across campus, something that you could improve for the program as a whole.
If I had a dream, it would be a space. I feel like we need a 5,000 plus dedicated space area.
Yeah.
Just because we don't have enough to support our community right now, and I think we can all agree on it. The competitive teams clash with the casual teams.
Yep.
And then the community clashes with everything else. We host an event every Friday that has 100 plus people, and we can't do it in our own space because we
don't have that
we're in
space.
an office, right?
Yeah.
We're in an office space. So having a 5,000 square foot arena kind of thing would be the best thing for us. Create a new infrastructure, create a new, how would the stream room look? Would it be more than one room?
Yeah.
All that stuff. I think that's what would benefit the most, and we would have more community people come to us.
I mean, I have to agree.
Yep.
It's been in the works for some time now. It seems like when I joined, it's we'll get this done. I mean, obviously it's on the docket, right? But yeah, no, I have to agree that, dude, it would be so nice to just have it. Right now it feels like we're just a bunch of homeless people in various tents around campus, right?
Yep.
But if we had our own, 5,000 square foot, like you said, esports area, that's home. It's a house with running water and a stove, maybe, for reference, obviously, but that I can see how that would be the biggest improvement. Just a home on campus, right?
I'm gonna flip this on you.
Oh shit!
If we had a home,
yeah,
what would you call it?
You put me on the spot, man. For the area on campus.
Yeah, because we're the Patriots. What would you call home? So when we were the Hornets, we called it the Hive.
Yeah.
What would you call our home?
You have to have Patriots in there somewhere. Maybe not the Patriots Park because that's not a park, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man.
No, I'm throwing you on the spot. I'm sorry.
The Patriots Den, I guess. I don't know.
Den?
The den. People calling themselves. You go to your basement. Oh, we're in the den. We can't call it man cave because it's not a man cave.
That is true.
But
yeah, we can't say that.
But yeah, something along the lines of the Patriots. I'd have to ask ChatGPT for words that would make sense because I'm kind of blanking right now. The Patriots blank or because it's not like the high. It's not like you're an otter and you can say. Or a beaver, it's our dam or something. There's not an object associated with Patriots, right?
There is nothing. I don't know.
Sorry to be so unproductive for you right now, but no, I'm blanking on it.
I can't think of anything either.
Hey, if you think of anything,
please send it.
Let us know because we are the least creative people of all time. Speaking for myself, he's pretty creative. But, I just got one more question for you. Are you liking your job so far? Yeah, I mean, obviously you were GA for a bit of time. Now you have more responsibilities. AD, is it everything that it cracked up to be? Are you enjoying yourself? Anything you thought it was going to be, but it's not?
Yeah, I mean, I'm in the transition phase right now. The first couple of months of your job is doing all the boring paperwork and doing the trainings and stuff like that. But so far, so good. I don't have any complaints. I feel like I have more freedom of what I can do.
Yeah.
And I feel like I can vastly expand the program compared to, Lauren didn't have much time, right?
Yeah.
So I think I have enough time on my hands to help everyone out compared to Lauren couldn't help everyone every single time.
That makes sense.
So I think it's going good.
Good. And I mean, at least you're comfortable in your job. You're making that money. You're doing your thing. Bright future ahead, right?
I think there's a great future for GMU Esports, and knock on wood, but I hear some good things are coming.
Oh shit! Don't spoil them.
No.
You can only get it here first. Esports Experience. That breaking news. We're actually just a news channel now. Speaking of news. You want to get into some esports news?
Sure.
All right.
What do you got for us?
Let's see. What do we have for us? Oh, my God. I'm on the screen twice. This is insane. So, everybody's favorite game, 10 million copies sold in under a week, Pal World. this is going to be a sticky subject, so we're going to, tread lightly here. But basically, if you know anything about Power World, you know that it's sort of, a little bit somewhat like a little bit of Ark, a little bit of Minecraft, a little bit of Rust, and a lot of Pokemon. And it's because there are these things called pals, giving me a general overview. I only have like 5 hours on the game, so if I'm wrong about anything, correct me if I'm wrong. Have you played Power
A
World?
little bit, not too much.
Okay, so we're in the same boat. We know what it is, but we're not like no-lifing it like
Yeah.
every night. Okay. So Pokemon, everybody's favorite dead franchise. It's basically like, oh, you're using these characters in your game that look a lot bit like our characters, our RIP. That's the sort of, copyright, intellectual property. That's sort of a thing in the world, right? You can't just go around and say, oh, that's a nice looking design. It's mine now. I'm going to put it on my game and expect to get away with it. So that's kind of the crux of the issue here. Power World, if you look at any of the designs, they are inspired by Pokemon.
Yeah.
I think without a doubt. They're not, one-to-one. Like the colors might be different. They aren't literally just ripping Pikachu. But it's enough to, draw some controversies, which is what we're going to talk about here for right now, actually. So Pokemon, as you may or may not be able to see in the tweet, they released a statement regarding Power World. Now, as we know, Nintendo is very trigger-happy on the suits. You host a Smash tournament without their license. You stream... There was a Pokemon mod that was like shut down like 3 hours after it was released because it was like using Pokemon. It was like a similar like open world Pokemon.
I did not hear about that.
It was way back. I just saw it in the controversy with Power World. But so yeah, Pokemon are definitely keeping their eye on this. Basically, what's happening is they're like, hey, we know that Power World exists. We have not granted any permission for any use of Pokemon intellectual property or assets in that game. And quote, we intend to investigate and take appropriate measures to address any acts that infringe on intellectual property rights related to the Pokemon. We will continue to cherish and nurture each and every Pokemon and its world, and work to bring the world together through Pokemon in the future.
Interesting. That actually, I wonder if they're just trying to take out certain pals of the game. I feel like they can't. The concept of the game, I don't think is anything like Pokemon, right?
Yeah.
But, you're using a sphere instead of a Pokeball, but, how can you really, I don't know, how can you say that's yours?
Other games... Like, what was it? Maybe I never played Digimon or anything. But, it's the same sort of concept, Like, you use a contraption to capture a wild animal, and then it's in your party, and it befriends you. Like, that's not really Pokemon's... Sure, you catch Pokemon with Pokeballs. Like, they sort of introduced it, but it's not like they have a copyright on being able to...
You can't really trademark that, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, I think I would... Now, our producer said that, like, they posted a statement like they're intending to sue. So I don't have any verification on that, but that's what the grapevine's saying. But obviously Pokemon Company has their eye on it. Like they know that something's fucky with it.
Yep.
There's my 1F phone, by the way.
One per episode.
Haven't forgotten. So obviously they're if I had to equate this to something, it's like a cat with like their tail like straight up, right? Like they're sort of no, I wouldn't say scared. They're alert. They are aware of the danger that obviously Power World is a phenomenon. I think calling anything else would be putting it too lightly.
I agree.
I mean, obviously they've seen the success, and the success speaks to just how unoriginal, I guess, Pokemon has been in the past few entries.
It's like the same thing over and over, reskinned.
Yeah, and it's running on a Switch at 720p at 20 FPS. I'm not gonna dog on Pokemon too much here, but it's clear, based on the sales of Power World and vocal criticism towards the Pokemon Company, that Pokemon has been dropping the ball recently, and this fills a market void. That's the entire point of capitalism. Do you want to? All right, we can't talk about that for too long. But basically,
yeah, we can go on forever.
Yeah, it's just like see a need, fill a need, and Power World fills a need that many people didn't realize that they wanted. But it's also like capture the perfect storm of being in controversy to make it bigger, while also being like a relatively solid game. So it has the two ingredients to make rocket fuel. It's just shot up to the moon. So
yeah. So after reading this tweet, though, I thought they were trying to shut down the whole game. But if you read it, they're looking for the IP rights related to the Pokemon specifically. Mm-hmm. So I'm wondering if, maybe they'll catch a case where I've heard they use, the same structure box of, some of the Pokemon, or pals, I guess, now. Yeah. I wonder if they're going to shut down, certain ones, and then Power World will just make new ones.
I mean, obviously time will tell, but I can see, the PAL box, I think it is. Sure, you put your pals in there to heal them, and... It's arranged in a grid where you can see all your pals. It kind of reminds me of what The I haven't played Pokemon in so long. What
I
the
haven't
hell is
played
it?
in a while since Ruby. I think is my last
Oh
one.
my God, that's
The Game Boy.
20 damn years.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that crazy?
Holy crap, time flies.
I'm a boomer.
Yeah, OG over here.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll keep tabs on it. Probably next episode. There's probably gonna be more controversy
Yeah,
around
it's gonna
it.
be interesting though.
Yeah,
I don't. So I guess let's end this off of. Do you think they're gonna get sued, and what do you think's gonna happen?
I don't think they're getting sued. I'll keep 100 with you. I'm sure that they're no. Excuse me. I think they will be sued. I don't think the suit will have any legal grounding.
I personally think they're gonna get sued. I think the game will still be its same, but they're gonna have to remove certain parts of their game.
Okay, or like rework them or something.
Rework a couple things.
I mean,
The concept is pretty interesting though. If you've seen some information of what the pals have to do for you.
yeah,
It's
they make building my base very efficient.
that is very true.
They do it very well without stopping.
Okay, we should probably stop. We're gonna get canceled.
Let's move on a little bit, but we're not going off Pal World just yet because animal cruelty. PETA,
Oh.
everybody's favorite people for the ethical treatment of animals. Boom. They our favorite activist organization. They had something to say about everybody's favorite game, Pal World. And I quote, PETA has already heard from many Pal World fans who have no interest in eating pals, which, by the way, you can do in the game. And want a, you can like do that, eat the pals. And want a whoa. And eat the pals. And they want a vegan guide created for the game. So not only
you can be vegan in the game. Can't you eat the berries? That's what I eat.
Yeah, all you can do is eat the berries. There's eggs aren't really vegan.
No.
Berries.
They got berries.
They got berries.
They got berries. And cooked berries.
Yeah, cooked berries. Go hard. You get like 70 of those. You carry them around. You're set.
What do they want? Like grass? You want to eat grass in this game or something? Like
grass. Tofu.
Tofu, I guess.
Tofu, yeah,
there you
they
go.
put tofu in. Power World is such a strong foundation. I'm sure that the developers are heavily looking into adding vegan options to eat so that you don't, eat your pals. Because I don't know about you. I would never eat a pal. I have a shiny. I can't even tell you the name, but it's this big ass boar, and I caught him shiny. He's level 6. He's a goat. I would never eat him because he's amazing. I get to like ride him around the lands and stuff, and he knows like a charge attack and like shooting meteor, like a meteor shower attack. He's pretty awesome. He's the only shiny I got though.
Did you see they already posted like they're already doing like updates to the game, like huge updates?
Yeah, they're making changes.
A lot of new changes, but they want to fix whatever's going on right now.
Yeah, so obviously first priority, right?
It's interesting.
So as you can see, there's a little sheep using a machine gun. Actually, there's multiple of them using machine guns. So that's something else you can do in Pal World. Just adding to the controversy of the game, but hey, the free market reigns overall. Let's move on a little bit to our next hot topic of the day. Layoffs, specifically in the video game industry. You always hate to see it. The industry isn't as hot as it once was, and developers and companies alike are realizing that, and that results in people losing their jobs.
What can I really say about it? The IT world itself had 11% layoff this year, so like I think it just carried over to esports. I don't know.
As we can see, Riot Games is laying off 530 employees, or 11% of the company. I didn't realize their company was that small. That's only like 5,000 people.
I thought it was a lot more.
Yeah, I'd expect a lot more from Riot. But we're not even a month into 2024, and here's the crazy part. More than 3,000 people in the video game industry have lost their jobs. This comes after more than 6,500 were impacted by layoffs in the video game industry in 2023. Pensive emoji.
Yep.
Can't miss that. So that's about 10,000 people in the video game industry who have been laid off in the past year and a month, which I don't know the size of the video game esports industry. I'd imagine it's a sizable chunk, right?
Yep,
and it
definitely is.
It's just only we've talked about this on the podcast in the past, where there's this concept of the esports winter. VC money's drying up. People aren't just splashing cash at a new team. Paying players insane salaries. People are actually looking at their accountants and being like, oh, we actually don't have money to spend on random bullshit. We actually have to figure out our finances. This is just another. I won't call employees random bullshit, but it's clear that companies are reevaluating how they're spending their money.
Yeah, I'm wondering if so we all know gaming is going up, right? The amount of people who play games has dramatically increased throughout the last couple of years because of COVID, and now, it just keeps snowballing over.
Yeah.
But I think employees are getting more efficient with all this new technology coming out. I'm wondering if they're like, hey, we don't need certain people, which I don't like to see, but It is creating a lot of indie developers. Like, who heard of really Pal World developers before?
It's sort of like levels a playing field in a way.
Hmm.
You don't need like crazy capital, crazy knowledge, crazy resources to
Like the
get
Lethal
started.
Company guy.
Yeah, Lethal Company is massive, and those graphics are like straight from a PS2 game.
And it was one guy who made the whole
It
thing.
was one guy.
One
I
guy.
didn't know that.
So it's just like, yeah, it's tough. I don't know who got it laid off exactly, but I think it's sad to see Riot, like a huge company that has enough money, is laying people off. But unfortunately, like the whole IT industry was kind of laid off,
Yeah,
from what I've heard.
I'm not gonna get too hard on the AI optimism train. It's clear that AI has a bit of an impact in this. I think.
I think so.
Obviously nothing terribly confirmed, but
Didn't
you gotta
Pal
connect
World
the
use
dots.
AI to like
Yeah,
create a lot of their stuff?
I think so.
Don't quote me, but I think they did.
It's in the rumor mill as far as I know. We don't have any hard evidence to pull it up right now, but that's okay. Let's move on a little bit because we got more layoffs to talk about. Because Xbox
Oh
cutting
wow.
1,900 employees from its gaming division just 3 months after its $69 billion acquisition of Activision Blizzard. Xbox, ZeniMax, and Activision Blizzard will all be affected. More layoffs. I mean, it sucks to suck. You don't want to see that, but
That's
greener.
tough.
The
Yeah.
grass is always greener on the other side. So hopefully these people who lost their jobs will find their footing somewhere else that appreciates them a little bit more, gets paid a little bit more. More benefits would be nice.
Yep.
But I mean, here at GMU Esports, we're more or less insulated from the rest of it. We get our budget. We do our thing.
Yeah.
We get paid pennies on the dollar. It's fine. We don't have multi-billion-dollar acquisitions, but it's clear that something is fundamentally wrong in the way esports is, and it's not sustainable enough. Or excuse me, just video game
Gaming.
industry, yeah, gaming in general.
I'm wondering if this is more on like the development of games,
Yeah.
or is it the management of games, or is it like the esports? I don't think it's the esports
I
level.
don't know if it was clarified.
Yeah,
it
I
just
don't
says
know.
gaming division.
But overall, yeah. I mean, it's interesting. Oh,
Oh,
we got more information here coming.
Like a Dragon. I heard that was a good game.
That looks like GTA 5.
No, it's a Yakuza game. I think
Interesting.
I probably butchered saying that.
They're not really saying where in the video game industry.
Yeah, just says gaming. All right.
Interesting. Whatever.
Yeah. If you're impacted by the layoffs, which I don't think you'd be watching this podcast,
Send
we
us
wish
an
the best
email.
for you. Send us the email. We're always looking for talent.
What's our
you know?
email?
GMU
Esports@gmu.edu.
Yep, there you go. You should
That
probably
we
know that
don't
off
have
the dome.
access to right now.
Oh, then
but,
why did you plug it?
because we'll get access in the next couple of days.
You heard it here first.
House and knock on his door, and he will interview right there.
Yeah, he'll just show up. I need a job. All right, let's move on a little bit. We got some things coming on. Overwatch League, it's dead.
But
But next tab, it has the future. It
I
has
like
something to go off of. I'm a fan of this. In Counter-Strike, the only way to get to the top is to grind. Well, okay, not the only way, but you have to prove yourself in open leagues, qualifiers, PUDs, whatever. You get picked up by an actual team. Sure, there's franchising spots in ESL and Blast, but you can make it to the major with a 5-stack of your friends and some good
can.
fucking Counter-Strike. And this is what Overwatch is going
that's
for
2
right now.
F-bombs.
I stole yours.
Okay, we are 2 for 2.
We are 2 for 2. So Overwatch League. Let's brief overview. I don't know much about it, so interject if you need to. Basically, franchise model. Everybody franchise model like NFL. The Milwaukee Bucks, the Washington Wizards. People pay to have a spot in this league, and they're expected to perform in this league. Same thing with ESL and Blast. EG, formerly EG, Astralis, Navi, Falcons now, Saudi Arabian org. Complexity. These guys buy into a league to guarantee competition in the league, which is what Overwatch League was, as far as I know.
Yes.
Probably going to get some sweaty Overwatch player in the chat saying, oh, it's actually this, but whatever, I don't care. So now, esports, open. Anyone can compete. It even says it right there, somewhere, that basically you can just get 5 friends and queue in, play. You can play on Face It now in Overwatch Champion Series.
You like that?
Yeah.
Face It?
Yeah.
The Face It change?
I mean, ideally it's another third party, but Face It has a track record of doing things well. So I'm not
That
going to
is true.
complain too much. But yeah, so basically it's opening up the entire Overwatch League, or formerly Overwatch League, the Overwatch competitive landscape. And it seems to be the way forward. I scrolled under the tweet announcement and I saw a lot of people posting W's. I'd imagine that's a good thing, wins. It's a win for the Overwatch community as a whole, and we'll see how I'm just a floating head right there. And we'll see how it pans out in the future, because they are clearly invested in the future of the game, and I personally think this is the right way forward.
Yeah, I think there was a big gap in between like their old like Overwatch league, so Owl and
Yeah.
the Contenders League, and I
Yeah.
think this is a great way to bridge the gap and to hopefully fix the ecosystem.
Time will tell. I think it's a step in the right direction.
It's a great start, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
I do
and
like franchising, but this is the best model for now.
franchising has its benefits, but considering how messed up Overwatch League was,
You
it's
get 5.
yeah. I guess
I'm
we're
giving you
so
5.
bad.
I'm
We're
giving you
so
5.
bad. Oh man, just wait. We only got a few more minutes, but I'll be sure to use them before then. So yeah, congratulations, Overwatch. You guys have something else to look forward to in your scene for once. Let's keep it rolling. Bang! FaZe Clan. How did I know? Their stock goes up for once in history. Congratulations. And it's only because they got a gambling sponsor for their CS team. Do we know what the sponsor is? Because I actually didn't look at the tweet. Bada bing, bada boom. Penny stocks are pretty volatile. Banger comment. Yeah, so FaZe formerly peak of, I think, $17 initial public offering, and now it's at a grand whopping 35 cents.
Yeah, I don't really know
Yeah.
what to say about the FaZe stock. It started off at like $25,
Yeah, yeah.
and then it
It just went up.
plummeted,
Yeah,
and
fell
now
off a
it's.
cliff. Hey, resurgence. We're on the comeback. We're on the
Do
bounce
you
back.
think it can go above $1?
No.
Okay.
No.
We're in the same boat then.
Oh, Rollbit announced multi-million-dollar esports sponsorship deal. At least there's money in it. G2 was famous. Well, I wouldn't say famous. It was notably sponsored by CS:GO Roll. That got a little bit of a uproar by the community. But I've never heard of these guys, Rollbit. So they must be a little bit more legitimate, right?
Probably.
Crypto.
Oh.
Everybody's. I actually gambled $100 last night. I lost all of it.
Oh,
Yeah, it was rough. I had fun while doing it. You guys should gamble. You're always close to winning the jackpot.
please don't gamble.
Oopsies. So, FaZe actually getting money. Their stock price doubled, which is great because it went from 17 to 35 cents. We'll see if anything comes of it, and maybe we'll see a sick Rollbit logo on their jersey. I'll buy that jersey
We
if
most
it has
likely
it.
will. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
We don't
mean,
know any what.
Gambling's dangerous these days,
It-
especially for kids. I mean, we can bring it back since I was like 15 and like you weren't supposed to be gambling, but you had CS:GO like
Yeah.
boxes and you knew all those sites.
Yeah.
That's what. Yeah.
That's where we were forged in those fires of unregulated open scam websites. And now these guys have it so nice these days with regulation and
I know.
crypto and all of this. Now, if you send your skins to someone wrong back then, you're done.
Yeah.
You're out of the
total-
game.
Your account got hacked a lot too.
Yeah. Oh
and
my-
there was nothing you could
You know,
do.
I never told anyone this, but my first knife. So my first case ever. All right, first case in CS, December 2016. I unboxed it. Bayonet Doppler. Phase 3. My very first case. Right, it was amazing. 7-day.
$800,
It was actually 300 at the time.
but now it's 800.
Yeah. And as soon as actually back then it was tradable instantly. But I had to shop
Yeah.
around. I used it, on some Dust 2 casual games, whatever, flexing. I was feeling great. And then it got scammed for me. So it was a PayPal scam. He never actually sent me the money on PayPal, and I was in a depressive
That's
state
the-
for the
yeah,
month after.
That's tough.
So yeah, it's people still get API scammed and stuff. It's a little bit more elaborate, but
Think how much money people could have made if they bought all the knives before CS2 came out.
well, actually, the
When did
market was on the come up during the lead up to CS2's release. But when CS2 released, people were like, "Holy shit!"
Think
Like,
about
the market
2019 when the knives were like
Oh my
$60.
God,
Remember,
yeah.
like the gut knife was $60.
There was a knife that was $40 at one time. It was the worst knife in the game, but
And
that's
that's
$40.
on Steam Market, like
Yeah.
the highest price.
You could get it anywhere else for like 30.
Yep.
That's
Isn't
a
that
knife.
crazy?
I don't think we're ever seeing those prices again.
Nope. I think we're stuck. But yeah,
It happens. Congratulations, FaZe. You guys show some sign of life. Arsenal soccer star Gabriel Jesus. Never heard of him. Banned in Counter-Strike 2. All right. We'll see if it gets overturned. Usually if you ping Valve enough and you're famous enough, it gets overturned. But maybe he was legitimately cheating, which would have been funny as hell.
interesting.
He also had about $35,000 worth of skins on his account.
Oh.
38,000. Even worse.
Isn't that crazy? They can just take $38,000 out of the market anytime they want if they just hit one button.
Are you talking about Steam or the player?
Just if you get VAC ban, your
Oh,
skins
yeah.
are useless.
Well, yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
You're riding a fine line. Usually VAC bans are only there are no false positives, right?
Usually.
Yeah.
I don't know how they test it. Do you know?
I would love to tell you.
Okay.
Maybe we'll see if it gets overturned. Maybe we'll never hear anything about it ever again. Either way, rest in peace, $40,000 worth of skins. All right. What's next? I know what's next.
That's nothing to that guy though.
Yeah, this dude is worth. He has like 4
That's
million.
a week of.
Yeah.
That's one game for
Yeah,
him.
he's not stressing. We got some plugs going on. We got a community game night for Lethal Company, which we mentioned earlier. Everybody's favorite social party game of 2024. The Among Us of 2024, some might even say.
It's gonna be exciting.
Show up January 28th. We got some games going. What time is that? 6 to 8 p.m. Be there or be square in our Discord. Get involved. Have a little bit of a good time. If you like Lethal Company, show up and you guys will make friends. Have a great time. To let some parts maybe get killed or something. I don't know. Haven't played Lethal Company in a minute. You're gonna be there.
Yep. I'll try to be there. We have 6 registered right now.
Yeah.
Our goal is to hit 30. I want to hit. What's that more company mod where you can play with as many people as you want?
Yeah.
Let's try to hit 30 people.
Hey, let's make records. Biggest game of Lethal Company ever.
At GMU.
Guinness. No, ever. Let's
Okay,
go. Let's
good
go.
luck,
Shoot
good
for the
luck.
stars. Yeah. So show up if you guys like Lethal Company. It's gonna be a great time, and that's really all I got to say for it. GG,
Yeah.
go next. GameMason, take it
Lord.
away.
I mean, there's a lot going on, right? So I'll be like a walking advertisement real quick.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna, boast about the tournaments. I'll let you kind of boast a little bit about the tournaments. But so basically, GameMason this year, we have a guest speaker, which I don't know if it's announced yet, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I'm gonna get in trouble for it. It is Jennifer Hale. She's the most oh, there it is.
Esports Experience.
Well, now it's on the screen. But Jennifer Hale, who is Bob in Overwatch, she voice acted Cinderella and stuff like that. We have the VP of Esports for Monumental, who owned Overwatch and stuff like that, who owns TL.
Let's go.
I think they're part of TL and stuff like that. And then Wes Johnson, who is the voice of the Capitals, which would be super cool, like the announcer, the PA guy.
Yeah.
But he was also in Skyrim, Fallout, and Starfield, which is kind of really cool.
Yeah, that's what is that all? Yeah, that's all Bethesda games.
So those are our guest speakers, but that's not even close to what we're doing. So last year,
the tip of the iceberg.
Last year, if you went there, you could walk in, walk out in 30 minutes. I was basically like, Lauren, we need more stuff to do. So this year, we're having a huge artist alley with at least 30 to 40 vendors in there. So that'll be awesome. So it's like a big con now.
Boom.
On top of that, arcade machines. We're bringing the same ones as last year. Everyone loved them. We're doing the old-fashioned video games. So like we're bringing like the N64 and all those fun games, right?
Retro consoles.
Yeah, like the PS1 will be there, the PS2 will be there, stuff like that. So the OG days.
Yep.
So come play that stuff like Crash Bandicoot, fun stuff like that.
Take a trip down memory lane, right?
On the second floor, we are going to have we're going to have classes where like you can meet Jennifer Hale and do voice acting classes.
Dang.
Which is super cool, right?
I had no clue about that.
We had educational classes, of course, of like what's going on in the industry. Andrew will be talking at that. And then even more W's to come now. We have a flight simulator, which is actually coming.
Oh, my God.
So we have a flight simulator.
Like a full-fledged flight simulator.
They're bringing like the wheel and everything. We're gonna hook it up to our rig, and it's not gonna be like the full.
the
3D,
full immersive. Yeah, not like.
But it's gonna be pretty cool, right? You're gonna
Okay.
have like the actual realistic feel to it with the wheel and all that fun stuff.
Do I have to work this? That sounds awesome, man.
You can go at points. I promise you, there will be times during the breaks.
Yeah, I'll have to get some experience in there. There was one thing you didn't mention.
Oh, there's a lot more.
Which you were getting. Yeah, there's a lot more. If you guys haven't been to a GameMason, you need to go because this one will be the best one yet. But I'll tell you why it's gonna be the best one yet. Not only because I'm going to be there, I'll stop tooting my horn, but because GMU Esports is allowing a 1v1 tournament, just 1v1 games on Counter-Strike 2. We're going to have a setup so that you can play against your friends, you can play against randoms, and you can play against our varsity players on the Patriots team who may or may not put money on the game. I don't think I'm allowed to tell you that, but it's going to be a great time. You guys can aim, put your ego on the line in a LAN server. Bring your mouse and keyboard, your headset if you need to. You shouldn't be wearing a headset in 1v1. That's kind of dumb, though. And it's just like, have a good time. Shoot some heads on LAN. And
have a good time.
Dog on the Patriots players. Because if you do, I'll keep my eyes out. If you're a GMU student.
You get a prize. If you beat
them.
Really?
We get prizes, too?
Yeah, we'll give them like a T-shirt or pins or something.
Oh, shit. Now my players are going to have to try hard. They can't let that happen.
That's what I'm saying.
So, yeah, GameMason coming down the pipeline. February 23rd, 24th. And where is it?
It is in CFA.
Okay, sick.
Center for the Arts.
Be there or be square. You are not going to want to miss out on this. And we'll plug it. We're only a month out, but we'll plug it harder.
We're going to plug it every single time. But, yeah, I mean, to add on to the last couple things we had, we have the Chess Club coming, who's basically going to do stuff. There's going to be a Pokemon tournament. There's going to be D&D stuff. There's going to be, like, a Starfield thing. There's going to be VR headsets.
Yeah.
You're going to be able to 3D print like a little Valorant gun buddy, I think is what we're going to do.
Oh, my God.
There's a Stuff-A plush for Pokemon on Friday. I mean, we're just making this experience 10 times better than last year. You can spend an hour. It's free to students. Please come out and please enjoy. And then, of course, the tournaments.
Yep.
You know, we have 3 days of
crown
tournaments.
jewel.
And then there's another one-on-one, which is League of Legends.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That'll be going to no.
Yeah,
Okay. I tried. We're on a CS only podcast here, guys. By the way.
I'm not biased at all. What do you mean? So yeah, no, lead 1v1 as well. The CS 1v1 would be more fun, but apparently you can 1v1 in lead as well. So you can try out your chops on that as well.
Yeah.
So if you play lead, show up.
And then
we'll
tournaments all Saturday.
Yep. Live audience, stage.
Last thing, cosplay contest.
Cosplay contest.
And maybe the green machine coming.
Oh my God!
But there's a debate.
Everything you've been saying just makes it like 8 times better. That's
I know.
crazy.
It's just a win-win-win-and-win.
This is gonna be a hype event. You aren't gonna want to miss out on it. Damn.
Yeah, we're excited.
I didn't realize it was that cool, and I'm I'm involved with it.
We're selling hoodies. We're doing a lot more this year. It's compared to last year. You can spend at least 3 to 4 hours walking around.
Damn. All right.
It's gonna be exciting.
I'm looking forward to it, and I hope you guys are too.
Yep.
Well, with that being said, be there or be square. Let's roll along to our next thing, to our final thing. We're running a little bit short on time. We got some trivia for you.
Oh, crap.
Let's test your knowledge. Assistant director, you should know everything about GMU Esports. Let's get this one rolling. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be involved. Are we working together on this?
Oh my gosh.
All right. As of today, how many members are in the GMU Esports Discord? This is for all members, including bots?
We're not counting bots.
Not counting bots. Normal members. All right, go ahead. What's your guess?
I don't even look at half the channels in the Discord.
For HOD.
3,256.
3,700. Bang.
Oh my gosh! Wait, I was almost on point.
That's kind of insane. How was 500 higher, man?
I just knew it was around 3,000. That's all I knew.
I knew it was over 3,000, but I thought it was closer to 3,500 or something.
Our number fluctuates.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Yeah.
Do we have a graph or anything that we could look at it?
I have no clue.
All right, awesome. Let's keep rolling along. Who can name the most leads GMU Esports has competed in?
Oh, that's me. But
what do you mean? I know everything.
All right. You want to just go back and forth?
Yeah.
All right. MAEC.
Oh, am I? Wait, what's
You're next?
Oh. The most leads. What is it? NACE? No.
No, we're just going back and forth. So I do one, you do one until someone doesn't have one left.
Oh, okay.
You got that? All right.
I think so. Okay, so NACE.
OWCCS.
Oh, what's the Overwatch strikers? Whatever the Overwatch striker league is.
That's what I just named.
Oh, is that it? Overwatch.
Yeah.
Oh, what is it? What's the Splatoon league? No, that's NACE. Splatoon is NACE.
No.
It's not.
We don't have it. It's not official, but
okay. Whatever the Splatoon league is. What is the Splatoon league?
Collegiate
Collegiate. Okay.
CVAL.
C-LOL.
All right. Let's do CCL for COD.
Collegiate Carball League.
That's a good one.
That's
CRL.
Yeah, CRL, whatever.
Let's see. What do we got here?
We'll
do collegiate chess. Collegiate
I
chess.
don't think that counts, but all right.
Well,
we
house it.
OSU.
OSU is a good one.
league?
They do. I don't know what it's called actually.
I don't
I
know.
need to look into OSU.
I take back OSU. Rally cry for CS.
Splatoon was in another CCL.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. Yeah, another CCL?
Yeah, I'm pretty. Derek, am I right? It's CCL for Splatoon.
it's its own thing.
Yeah, but it's called CCL, right?
CCA.
CCA. There
okay.
you go.
Oh, that's
You're thinking it's Rocket League has a the
Yeah.
exact same acronym.
CCA. Yeah, College
Okay.
Carball. So yeah, but it's CCA for Splatoon.
okay.
Oh shoot, I'm running out too.
Yeah, no, I'm running on fumes. Most lead technically. What was the?
What about the new Counter-Strike
no.
league you're gonna join?
No, that was Rally Cry.
Okay.
We're looking about. We haven't started competing, but we might compete in Face It Collegiate, so that would count, but it doesn't count right now. We competed in. NSL is still NACE. I'm trying to think of what else CS has competed in. No, we've only been in NACE. So, I'm out. I'm tapping out.
Yeah, I think I would have tapped out after too. I mean, I could BS some stuff, but I'm not gonna do that. I mean, there's small tournaments, but yeah, those are kind of
those
our
aren't
main
like
leagues, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see what's going on. What? Okay. What were the first Premier games?
I know one of them.
I know one. Overwatch.
That's what I was gonna say. Well, Smash would probably be the other, right?
Overwatch, is it 4? Yeah. Overwatch, Smash, League.
League is one, 100%.
Rocket League.
I'm not sure if it's Rocket League. Yeah, no, you hit on the spot.
Bang.
Hit on the
Bang. All right, let's keep it rolling. Yeah, this guy's trolling my podcast right now. Can't even switch slides. I need a new director, guys.
spot.
Which game did GMU take first at this year? MAEC Winter Games? We were both in Boise, but do you know?
I know Rocket League.
I think, yeah, Rocket League took first, and then League choked in the finals, I think.
League choked in the finals. Overwatch, yeah.
Yeah, Rocket League Patriots champions.
Hey, Josher Squasher. Shout out to that
The
guy.
GOAT, Titanium, looking good as ever.
I
No
know.
homo. What do you mean? Put the GMU presidents in order. Bonus points for years.
I'm not going to lie. I might suck at this.
All right.
I have an idea, though.
Do you want to go?
No, you go first.
All right. Starting at the top, we got Squain. I think that's 2017 to 2018. Then we got Sluggo for 2018 to 2019. And when I was a student, Peter Parker, Old Man Spidey, was the president. So we'll go 2019 to 2021. Husky 21 to 22. Terra 23 to present.
Yeah, so I'll go backwards. So I'll have Kara, who's the most recent.
Yeah.
I know Hussein, and then Peter. And then this is where I don't know. I know Rohan was like one of the founders.
He was like an
of
OG.
Yeah, so I don't know if it was him or Sawyer. So I'm going to go Sawyer and then Rohan. That's going to be my difference. We can't keep it the same.
Yeah. Slugger, Spidey,
was right.
Squain. I actually have no recollection of Squain. I'll keep 100 with you.
Yeah.
Husky and Kara.
Oh, I should have known it was Squain because he was, yeah, never mind.
Wait, how did we have two presidents from 19 to 20? Or is that just incorrect? Okay, so 17 to 18? 17, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I think Rohan was the original. I think I knew
Yeah.
that. But yeah, I messed up. I should have known Peter was older.
Yeah.
2022, we were all still kind of online, so it makes sense. It was a weird
When I was in 21, 22, I was a social media guy. I was the Instagram guy under Mazzy, if you remember Mazzy.
I do.
Yeah, and the only thing I remember is that I just worked with Mazzy. I got no recollection of who the hell the president was. But yeah, next question, I guess. We got the years somewhat. I only guessed the years. You didn't guess the years. Negative points for you, bro.
Oh, no.
I know. Whatever are you going to do?
1 or 2 more questions?
Yeah, let's go. One more. No, let's do 2 more. Put these.
Oh, my gosh.
All right.
There's no
All right.
possible
Time out. Okay, so the abandoned game, that was Omega Strikers.
Was that first?
No, God, no. That was episode.
Who
was
was
episode
first?
11.
Was CS first?
No. The lead was Bo and
Yeah, that was
Nick.
pretty early on.
That was like October. Best FPS was me and my players.
What
The
was that?
rivalry was me and Sergio and
That was
who
pretty
else?
early
Gio.
on,
That
too.
was early. The shooter sequel, that was Overwatch. Okay. I think the Overwatch one, because Smash was first. Smash was first because we did that with Graham and I think one of his, and Dennis. That's who it was. That was
Gio
first.
was on really early, though.
Gio was on the first podcast as well. Episode 2, I think was, no, the shooter sequel. Yeah, Overwatch 2, Counter-Strike 2. That's right. So the shooter sequel, I think, was second. So that's gonna be the first one for this question. Shooter sequel, episode 2. Then after that, I want to say it was the rivalry. No,
I don't know, man.
no, it was the rivalry. It was the rivalry, episode 3 or 4. Then it was League. Then it was Best FPS. Then it was the abandoned game. And I know the abandoned game was episode 11. I know. I want to say Best FPS was like episode 5 or 6, and Lead was also like that
I
4 to
remember
7
a couple
range.
of these, but yeah.
I remember the people, but the order, that was. It was every Friday. It goes by. It was like a blur. I don't remember anything.
Quick question: does our producer know this without even looking? No, he doesn't even know it.
Fraudulent
this
activity
is
from
what
our
I'm saying,
director.
like, this is crazy.
He didn't even make the question. Actually, he might have. Oh,
He
okay.
made the question. He
And
doesn't
then
even know the
forgot.
answer. All right, well, let's see what we got here.
Shooter sequel 4 rivalry. Oh, I fumbled. No, wait. What? I don't remember.
I
what
don't
said.
remember what you said either. All right, we're toast.
I know. I got shooter sequel first. I think I put the rivalry there. No, I think I put league before rivalry, and then I got FPS and abandoned game.
Interesting.
4, 5, 6, 7. That's kind of dastardly.
Yeah, that was kind of
I
crazy.
was expecting like a
Like a
2, and like a
1,
4,
4,
maybe like a
yeah.
5.
What are we at now? What's our number?
This is 13.
13.
Excuse me. I'd like to clarify. This is season 2, episode 1.
Oh shoot!
So
I almost
please.
said that word.
Please refer to previous episodes as Season 1, Episode 7, Season 1, Episode 11, please. Thank you. Season 1, Episode...
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Episode
I
13
understand.
it is.
All right, we got one more question in us, I think. And then we'll get out of here because I want to get lunch before our meeting.
I am hungry too.
Yeah. Bang, bang, bang.
What a great question.
Have you watched... when was the first GameMason?
Well, I heard us when they walked in. I I heard 2019, but was that the first was the real question.
Like February 2019? Because
No,
it's
it'd be like
traditionally always
it's
been
March.
February.
No, it's
like
always been
spring,
March.
like spring semester 2019. Because I know it wouldn't have happened in 2020 because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
I
It's
just
gotta
don't.
be 2019 because it was before the pandemic. I know that
Okay,
because Lauren told me that. I think it's 2019.
let's roll.
Spring
with
2019.
Yeah, let's roll with spring 2019.
Do you have a guess for month?
March,
March.
April.
Who does it in April? What weirdness.
Hey, we've fixed that since
Hey,
then.
when is a question for our producer? When is the next game, Mason?
Ooh.
22nd, 23rd.
And
No, after that.
oh,
2025?
Nope. We have 2 in 2024.
get hype.
In August, we have another GameMason.
Go big or go home.
Yeah. So
We're
yeah.
targeting the incoming students, right?
Yes, we are.
Yes, sir.
But
Business plays. Back to business. We are in the business.
We're recruiting. No.
As far as I'm concerned, we're more or less done with business. You good?
I think we're good.
All right. We'll wrap it up on that. I think we did pretty well on the trivia. I finished my Red Bull. I'm kind of hungry. Let's pack it up. Thank you for tuning in to Season 2, Episode 1, The Return, the back to business experience of the Esports Experience. Chris, it was a pleasure to have you on. Hopefully
Always
we'll
a
have you on in the future at some point. And yeah, with that being said, I guess we'll wrap it up. Thank you all for tuning in. You can catch us on Spotify and YouTube. This episode will be uploaded shortly, both audio and video. I'd like to thank Lauren. I'd like to thank the people that make this possible. Our assistant director, Mr. Derek, for the hands behind the scenes. And I've thanked everyone. Let's get out of here. Peace.
Adios.
See you next Friday.